from Studio 113 in Walson Hall, this is MBC News.
Hi, welcome to MBC News. I'm Kat McClellan.
And I'm Katie Pikus.
So Katie, unfortunately this is our last MBC News shoot as we're seniors and we're graduating. How are you feeling about it?
I'm extremely saddened by it. I joined this club as a sophomore and I've loved watching it progress, and I look forward to continue to watch it progress. What about you?
I feel the same way. I feel happy for all the opportunities I've had here and with MBC, and I'm excited to see what lies ahead, but I'm sad to be leaving. So, do you want to tell us what's going on campus this week?
Sure. Hope to see you at the annual Doggy Distressor Day on Friday, May 1st from 12 to 2 p.m. Lehigh Valley Therapy Dogs will be sitting in the red door for those of you who seriously need to de-stress before finals. I know I need to. Later, the traditional late-night breakfast starts at 11 p.m. and runs through 1 a.m. in the Wood Dining Commons. Co-sponsored by the Student Activities Council and Sodexo, the late-night breakfast is the perfect opportunity to socialize with the friends that you may not see during finals week. On Saturday, the Martin Art Gallery will host the 2015 Senior Thesis Exhibition, which will feature the work of Carrie Bronston, Deb Carlin, Hannah Cassio, Lucy Mazur-Warren, Colleen Quinn, Erin Sauter, and Michael Wattis. These seniors have worked exceptionally hard on their 2-semester seminars, so we encourage you all to go out and support them. As finals week approaches, I just want to send an enormous thank you to all the members of MBC. I joined as a sophomore and I enjoyed it immensely. MBC has always had a huge impact on my life as it really helps me hone my focus in broadcasting, and I wish the best of luck to the club in the future. Now here's Kat with World News.
Thanks, Katie. Rides in Baltimore have significantly slowed since yesterday's decision by the city mayor to call in the National Guard and set a curfew. The riots began as a response to the death of Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old African-American man who, after being arrested in West Baltimore on April 19th, died of spinal cord injuries while in police custody. The riots began as predominantly peaceful protests, but soon escalated to violent and fiery demonstrations. President Obama spoke out about the situation surrounding the riots, urging the country to do some soul-searching in response to the string of black deaths at the hands of police. He also said that there was no excuse for the violence and destruction occurring in Baltimore, calling the rioters criminals and thugs. City officials hope that the National Guard and nightly curfew can continue to curb protests as the investigation into Gray's death continues. Yesterday, the Supreme Court heard arguments for what could be the final decision on the constitutionality of state bans on same-sex marriage. The Supreme Court has previously taken on cases regarding gay marriage, most notably the Defense of Marriage Act, but they have yet to provide much clarity on the subject. The opinions of the court justices are divided as of now, with some taking opposing stances on marriage equality and the Constitution. The justices will be examining 4 cases to concisely decide whether same-sex couples have the constitutional right to marry no matter what state they live in. Final decisions will be made before the Supreme Court's summer recess. That's all for news. Now to Gabe with the sports.
Thanks, Kat. Riding a streak in which they won 5 out of their last 7 games, the girls' lax team is headed to the playoffs. They finished the season with 9 wins and 6 losses and have taken the 4th seed in the Centennial Conference playoffs. They will be hosting a playoff game for the first time ever and will face Haverford. The team was led by senior Steph Umbach and sophomore Kelsey Nagel, who led the team in goals and assists respectively. Umbach also became the first mule ever to reach 300 points this season. The softball team is headed to the playoffs as well. They will be the 4th seed as well and will play McDaniel in the first round. The Lady Mules have been led by the stellar hitting of senior Alyssa Schell and junior Amy DeFeo, who both had batting averages over 325. Senior Kelsey Jones dominated this year on the mound, going 11-6 with 60 strikeouts as well. While the baseball team did not land a playoff berth, this past Monday they blew out the Sails by a score of 12-3. Senior Matt Lawsky got the win for the Mules, striking out 5 along the way. Seniors Kurt Johnson, Jimmy Cody, and Mike Giordano led the way offensively, combining for 8 runs batted in out of 12. The Mules also got great hitting all season long from senior Nick Plinio, who smashed 7 home runs. On the pitching side, senior Dave Anderson and freshman Tim Pilrun led the team in strikeouts with 27. For track and field, senior Tyler Bauer threw 2:09.7 on his final attempt to place 9th out of 27 at the Penn Relays. He was the only Division III athlete invited to compete in the men's javelin. Although it wasn't a season best for Bauer, the distance is still more than 10 feet further than any other Centennial Conference athlete had thrown this season coming into the weekend. That's all for sports. Now on to the weather.
Thanks, Gabe. I'm Jonathan Hobb here with this week's weather. On Thursday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 46. On Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 61, a low of 46, and a 20% chance of rain. Moving into Saturday, it's going to be a high of 70, a low of 47 with a 20% chance of rain. And on Sunday, there's going to be a high of 64, a low of 48, and a 10% chance of rain. Moving into Monday, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 80 degrees, low of 58, and a 0% chance of rain, so it's warming up. And it's going to be even warmer on Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 83 degrees for the first week of May, low 58, and a 20% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, it's going to be mostly cloudy, high of 77, low of 55, and a 20% chance of rain. That's all for this week's weather. Back to you guys.
Thanks, John. That's all for this week's news.
So, from Kat and I, it's been a pleasure being in this club and serving the campus community. We hope to see you all in the fall at homecoming. Signing off, this is Gabe Bernstein.
And I'm Kat McClellan. Have a great summer, Muhlenberg.